Hello, Scientist Pete here, and we're back with week 6 of our weekly video podcast series. This episode will air on Thursday, July 1st, 2021. What do you guys think? The Peanuts gang playing baseball. A good way to celebrate America's 245th birthday this coming Sunday, July the 4th. If you recall, last week we left off with a water slide. Okay, actually, it was a slide of a water molecule. That's better. When we look at the water molecule, we have 10 protons, 10 neutrons, and 10 electrons. The 10 positively charged protons and the 10 negatively charged electrons balance each other, so H2O, water, has an overall formal charge of 0. If we were to add a proton to water, pictorially we get this. We end up with a +1 charge because now we still have 10 negatively charged electrons, but we have 11 positively charged protons. One more positive charge than negative charge to give us a +1 charge overall. These molecules that carry a charge, plus or minus, are called ions. Positively charged molecules are called cations. This cation is H3O+, 3 hydrogens, 1 oxygen carrying a +1 charge. The +1 charge due to the fact that it has 11 protons, 10 electrons, 1 more positive than negative charge in the molecule. We call this cation a hydronium ion. If we go back to the water molecule, and instead of adding a proton, we ask ourselves, what happens if we remove a proton? Pictorially, we end up with this. This has a -1 charge. The -1 charge due to the fact that we still have 10 negatively charged electrons, but now we only have 9 positively charged protons. 1 more electron than we do have protons. Again, this is a charged molecule. We refer to charged molecules as ions. Since it carries a negative charge, it's called an anion. This particular anion is OH-, 1 oxygen atom, 1 hydrogen atom carrying a -1 charge. Again, the -1 charge is due to the fact that we have 1 more electron, 10, than we do protons, 9. This anion is called a hydroxide ion. Let's review. We've been talking about water all day today. When we remove a proton from water, we get a hydroxide ion. If we go back to water again and we add a proton, we get a hydronium ion. So when we talk about water, we cannot just think of H2O. Water is actually 3 entities in one. So when we think about water, we need to think about H2O, the water molecule, the hydronium ion, the hydroxide ion, and how these 3 molecules pass around protons in solution. And that will lead us into our next subject, week 7, with pH and what happens and how we need to think about that. So if you're not clear on what we've talked about so far over the first 6 weeks, please go back and review some of these videos, because we're going to get into pH and a lot of more complicated things than we've even dealt with in the first 6 weeks. So if we want to understand pH and how pH affects emulsions and that type of thing, we really need to understand everything up to this point. So have fun this July 4th, be safe, and remember, the reason we're celebrating is America is 245 years old as of Sunday. And with that, have a great week. We'll see you next week, same bat time, same bat channel.